3, 2. Hey, good afternoon. Hey, this is Phil with Lonesome Ridge Farms here in Powhatan, Virginia. I got my old sidekick, and I mean old. He's about 13 years old. We're not going to get him near the cows tonight. They kind of like to chase Clancy, and he wasn't used to that when he was younger. But anyway, what I wanted to do today was talk to you about something we're experiencing now. And it's been a while since we've been out here. I do want to let you know we have some good videos coming with some good, helpful information. But today, the flies are here. We're going to talk about fly control, because when we had our horses, and you know we had horses about 20 years, well, almost 30 years, but when we had them up here, we had spotting labs, fly predators, and we never had a fly problem. People came to our barn and says, man, I can't believe there's no flies. Well, the cows are here, they're covered in flies everywhere. And so what we decided to do was take a three-pronged approach. I know the spotting lab fly predators work, but my manure up here is kind of concentrated, so it should help me around the barn, and that's what I want. But and the other two things we're going to talk about is we're going to show you we get a salt block that's got pesticides. It's got something in it to eradicate flies as well through the manure. And Spalding Labs told me that that would not affect our fly predators on the ground. And the third thing we're going to show you is we put a back rub out there. We mixed it with permethrin and diesel fuel, and you put on it. And they said don't put your fly predators underneath of that or too close to that, because that will kill them. So anyway, when you get your fly predators in the mail, and I ordered them probably Friday last week, and today's Tuesday, or I probably ordered them Thursday. They come in a cardboard box just like this. You open them up inside, you get a little bag, and look at all these things in there. There's 10,000 fly predators in here. And what I'm going to do is, I normally would spread them, and these things will travel about 125 feet from what they tell me. I don't have that much that I need, but I'm going to probably concentrate it a little bit more in here, staying away from the permethrin and stuff, and just kind of get them down here so we can take care of these flies that are coming up here. Because my cows come up here every day to water, and it seems like since I've moved them over there, they like to stay up here most of the day. So they're creating more fly attractant, if you could call it. So anyway, I'm going to just take my little knife, if it'll sharpen, and we're going to put a hole in this thing, and we're going to come out through here and just kind of spread my fly predators out. Let them see what they do. Got a little sawdust in there, and I'm going to work this whole part of this field around here, because they will fly. Got a lot of manure over here. They'll fly around and they will find the stuff. And it takes about 30 days for them to get these flies under control. But they will get them. And so I probably put too much there, but it doesn't matter. They're going to travel all over here. And Clancy is showing us another way to use that manure, I think. But anyway, remember the second thing was we had a back rub. We had a back rub, and this is probably a little low. I had a little difficult time getting this thing to stay on there, because I'd put it up, they would knock it down, they wouldn't come back across it. It'd be about half. So I'm kind of learning how to put this thing up here and keep it so they can walk under it and get that on their back. And I'll probably charge it again tomorrow. The other thing that we were doing, if you remember, I've got ordered it from Amazon. Got some fly control salt. Sent it to me the next day, I believe. And it looks like a regular salt block. I don't think it's a mineral block, but that salt block has got chemicals in it to, I guess when it gets inside the cattle, it helps to kill the fly larvae or whatever it is, so that we control flies. And that's our segment on this. But one other thing we're going to do next is I'm going to talk just a little bit about it. If you remember, we've got two huge pastures up here in the back. My cattle just came off of this one. They were on there about 7 days, and maybe 9 days, and I had it divided. Watch something. They had it divided. I had it divided. It's 200 foot wide and 300 foot long, and I had them at 50-foot intervals. The last one, I just put two of them together, and you can see it looks kind of scrubby, and I hate my pastures to look like that. And I am going to bush hog it a little bit, but it's going to be very high. We're going to walk over here and show you one of the other side that's just about as big. And they just came off of it. We bush hogged it about a week and a half ago. Show you what that looks like. And we're not talking about bush hogging this thing down to the ground. My tractor, the highest setting on it's 6, and I bet you I got it up as high as it'll go, maybe 5 1/2 or 5 3/4. But Camilla's going to come out and we're going to look at it. You can see both pastures and you'll see how it's greened up. When we get up here, this pasture is starting to green up over here, and she'll give you a panoramic view of both of them. But this one was a mess too, because I let it get too long at the first of the year and it had stalks in it. I think the ground's not very good. And when I ran over it with a tractor, it just made a mess. And we had to get stuff up, and there's our garden in the center. But you see how green it is. This one kind of looks scrubby. We're gonna hit it with the bush hog in about 10 minutes. And like I said, I've got a couple good things coming up that we'll make videos on maybe this week, next if not, but we're trying to get more content. And it's some things with using your reels to put your temporary fence in, you know, your poly braid, because we have, we've got some wooden posts, and we have a lot of it's is those steel posts you put in. And I tell you, when we do that, Max, my grandson, you've seen him, he and I, we saw him get shocked one day when we were doing it. We've coming up with a system that we can mount something so we can put our hose reels on there without eating us up with electricity. In the meantime, we're cutting it off when we do it. But we want to have it so we can walk up and we can have these things on there. We're going to show you how we make these things to go on the post and the T-bar. And so if you like it, go ahead and subscribe to us. We'll try to see you in the next couple of days with some of these projects we're working on. And again, this is Phil wishing you a good day. Hope to have some more content for you in the next 3 or 4 days. And then we'll try to continue moving things forward as we learn what's going on in this 11-acre place. Thanks. Have a great day.